This is a serious word about your son, and it is from God. Your son is not exactly who you think he is, and heaven has heard your prayers. The silence you have felt is ending. You have cried late at night asking why the peace in your home feels broken and why you carry a heaviness in your chest. Even when things looked calm, God has seen every tear you hid and every thought you didn't speak. The time has come for the truth, and while it will shake you, it will also free you. There is a woman involved. Yes, the one you suspected but could not prove anything about. She was nice to your face but planted lies when you weren't around. She smiled and acted innocent while speaking blessings to you in public but cursing your home in private. God saw her enter your house when you were gone. He saw her take things that weren't hers. She touched your son's destiny with controlling hands and tried to change the plan God made for him before birth. But she didn't know God doesn't lose authority over a child covered by a mother's prayers. You've asked why your son is distant, quieter, moving like he isn't himself. God says it's not just rebellion or emotions, it's a spiritual attack. It's not random, she planned it. She acted like a mentor or friend but was really a distraction. She aligned herself with forces that are not from God. She whispered to your son when you weren't there, promised him things, twisted situations, and changed truths. Now God is revealing her. Don't panic. Don't fear. This truth is coming to prepare you, not break you. You are the key to your son's restoration. Do not believe it's too late. Your son still hears your voice in his spirit, and your prayers are still active in heaven. Angels are with him now. God will show you things in dreams and visions if you ask him with an open heart. This is why you've been feeling so much warfare in your family. Your son is chosen for something great, and the woman saw his light. The enemy used her jealousy and hunger for power to target your child. But God's power is stronger. Today, the cover hiding her is being ripped away. She knows her time is short, and that's why she's been acting more desperate, trying to turn others against you, making your son more distant and reactive. The spirits she worked with are losing control. You must stand strong in faith and prayer. Speak God's word in your home, play worship, lay your hands on your son's door and command every wrong spirit to leave. Ask Archangel Michael to guard your home. Anoint your walls. This is real warfare, but you've already won because heaven is with you. Your son is slowly waking up, questioning things, wondering if he's being used. Those thoughts are from God. But he's confused by manipulation and guilt. She made him think he owes her. You must speak the truth to him with love, not fear or anger. Speak to his spirit, not just his actions. God will give you instructions. Follow them even if they seem strange. You might be told to remove certain items from your home that carry her spiritual mark. You may need to have hard talks and cut off connections, but it will make sense later. Your son's name is still written in heaven's record, and God hasn't changed his mind about him. No woman, lie, or curse can erase that. You were right about her all along. Your gut was a divine warning. She's done this before, but this time she touched someone God personally called. Now heaven says, enough. She will face the results of her choices. You won't need to expose her, God will. Doors will shut for her allies will leave, her influence will die. She keeps a journal with names and secrets. Soon it will be found, along with messages and recordings. Some are already in the hands of someone unexpected who is waiting for the right time, and that time is near. Everything hidden will come out because God's justice is perfect. You might still want to believe the best about her, but don't confuse mercy with ignorance. You can forgive but must protect. This isn't just about your son's future, it's about your whole bloodline. If she wins, it will delay generations, but if you rise now, blessings will be unlocked for generations. Heaven has given a specific window of time and you're in it. That's why you were led to hear this now and why life has felt so intense lately. The pain you felt is the sign that a miracle is coming. Your son will speak again, laugh again, and remember who he is. She tried to rewrite his story but forgot, God holds the pen. Angels are restoring everything she tried to ruin. What was meant to slow him will speed him up. The next 7 days will bring a sign, maybe a name, a call, or a confession. When it happens, respond with wisdom, prayer, and courage. You were chosen for this. You will not lose your son, family, or legacy. Tonight, let angels surround your home and Michael guard your door. Let truth sweep through every corner. The battle is already won. God is exposing her now. Your son is not lost but wandering. He is not broken but carrying wounds he can't say out loud. His silence has been a cry for help. He's been let down by people he trusted and is searching for himself in the world's noise. God has not forgotten him. You are called to pray for him in a way that shakes heaven and earth. Even when he closes himself off, there's an unbreakable thread between your hearts. Soon things about him will be revealed. Not all will be easy to hear, but they're needed for healing. He has faced questions, choices, and fears he's hidden from you. Don't be shaken, God is stepping into those spaces. You are safe. Your prayers have been protecting him. Angels have stood by him in his sleep, speaking truth to his spirit. The season of silence is ending. Your son will be healed and find his true identity in God again. You may wonder if you failed, but you haven't. You've built spiritual bridges through prayer. This is not judgment, it's grace. Your son is precious, chosen, and protected. God is exposing lies and people who tried to lead him wrong, not to punish but to protect. This is a turning point. There will be a day when your son comes to you tired in spirit and finally speaks. Meet him with open arms and a steady heart. That moment will help unlock his soul. Don't stop praying or believing. The Lord has assigned angels to him. This is serious but not hopeless, it's holy. Let every breath be a prayer. The enemy tried to bury him, but God is raising him up. This is your time to fight in the Spirit with love, grace, and faith. Your son is coming back. He will be restored. God began a good work in him and will finish it. Something is already stirring in him. He feels a pull he can't explain. This is God's grace at work. Your son is still called and chosen. What looks like the end is a new beginning. There will be a moment when he tells his story and it will free others. You will see beauty rise from ashes. This is your confirmation. Keep speaking his name in faith. Rest knowing you are safe and God is with you. Your son's story is still being written, and every chapter from here will be different from what came before. The shadows that have tried to follow him are already losing their grip. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but in the Spirit, chains are snapping one by one. God is not just pulling him out of danger, he's setting him on a path that will redeem every lost moment. The enemy thought he could use distraction, lies, and wrong influences to block his calling, but the truth is, the enemy's plans are falling apart because God is stepping into the middle of it. There are things being moved in place right now, people being positioned, opportunities being prepared, even random encounters being lined up, that will speak to your son's heart in ways you could never plan yourself. These moments will feel small at first, but they will be seeds that grow into a turning point in his life. And when he remembers them, years from now, he will see that it was God all along. There will be nights when he feels the emptiness of everything the world promised him. The things that once felt exciting will start to feel hollow. The people who once pulled him away will start showing their true nature. And as the illusions fade, the voice of God will grow louder in his spirit. That is when the work of your prayers will show the most, because instead of running from the truth, he will feel drawn to it. That's when the thread between your heart and his will tug harder than ever. And he will know, deep inside, that there is still one place where love has never failed him, home. You may see tears in his eyes before you ever hear words from his mouth. He may struggle to explain the storm inside him. But don't rush him. Don't try to fix him in a day. Just keep showing him the steady kind of love that makes him feel safe enough to heal. God is already speaking to him in ways you can't always hear. Sometimes it will be through a dream. Sometimes through a sudden memory of something you said years ago. Sometimes through a moment of stillness where he feels a peace he hasn't felt in a long time. These are the whispers of heaven drawing him back. The woman who tried to influence him will soon find her power over him completely gone. There will come a day when he will look at her and no longer feel the pull he once did. The strings she used to control him will be cut. He will see her for who she really is, and he will feel relief instead of loss. And when that day comes, it will not be because you forced it, but because God revealed it to him in a way that could not be denied. The truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. And once he sees, he will be free. God is not only working in your son's life, he is also working in yours. This season will awaken parts of your faith you didn't even know were there. You will pray with a fire you didn't have before. You will hear God more clearly. You will walk in a boldness that surprises even you. And you will see answers to prayers that you thought were too far gone. The restoration of your son will be the first of many breakthroughs in your family. Old wounds will heal. Past misunderstandings will dissolve. Love will fill places where bitterness once lived. And the peace you have longed for will not just return, it will be stronger than before. In the coming months, pay attention to the small signs. They will be easy to dismiss if you're not watching closely. A sudden text from your son. A smile where there used to be silence. A question about God or about life that he hasn't asked in years. These are the cracks in the walls the enemy built around him. Don't push too hard, just keep speaking life into those openings. Each one is an entry point for God's light to pour in. There will also be moments that test your patience. Days when it seems like nothing is changing, or even like things are getting worse. But this is part of the process. Just like a wound sometimes stings more right before it starts to heal, there will be tension before the breakthrough. Hold your ground. Remember that what you see in the natural is only part of the picture. In the unseen, the battle is almost over. God has already spoken over your son's life, and his word does not return empty. He has declared that your son will live, will thrive, will rise up in strength and wisdom, and will walk in the calling placed on him before birth. No one, not this woman, not the enemy, not even your son's own mistakes, has the power to erase that calling. The anointing on his life is permanent. Even now, God is breathing new life into his spirit. Soon there will be a shift you can feel in the air. It will be like a weight lifting from your home. The tension will break. The atmosphere will change. And you will know deep down that something has been released. You will see it in the way your son speaks, in the way he carries himself, even in the way he looks at you. The guardedness will start to fade. The wall between you will start to crumble. And piece by piece, the boy you prayed for, the young man you love, will return. When that time comes, you will need to be ready. Ready to welcome him without judgment. Ready to guide him without controlling him. Ready to love him without conditions. Because this will not just be about saving him from the enemy's plans, it will be about helping him step into the man God created him to be. And that man will be stronger for having walked through the fire and come out on the other side. Do not forget, this story is not ending in defeat. It is ending in victory. The same God who heard you crying in the middle of the night is the same God who is holding your son in his hands right now. And he is faithful to finish what he started. Your son will laugh again. He will love again. He will believe again. And one day, he will thank you for every prayer you prayed, every tear you cried, and every time you refused to give up. And when that day comes, you will stand side by side, looking back at this season not as a time of loss, but as the chapter that proved God's goodness more than any other. You will say with full confidence that the enemy tried, but failed. You will testify to others that prayer still works, that God still saves, and that love, true, relentless, God-given love, never lets go. This is the promise. This is the destiny. And it is already unfolding. Hold on. The light is breaking through. And as the light starts to break through, it will not just touch your son's life, it will begin to spread into places you never expected. The shift that is happening is bigger than one person. When God redeems a life, He doesn't stop at the surface. He goes to the roots. He heals the hidden things. He restores not just the person, but the generations connected to them. That's why the resistance has been so strong. This wasn't just a battle for his choices, it was a battle for your family's future. But the war is already turning in your favor. You will begin to notice the change first in the atmosphere. There will be mornings where you wake up and feel lighter for no obvious reason. There will be nights where you sleep more peacefully than you have in years. You'll walk into a room in your own home and feel a stillness that you haven't felt since before the struggle began. That is not your imagination, it is the presence of God reclaiming territory the enemy tried to take. Your son will also feel it, even before he understands it. He may not have the words to explain why, but he will start to feel less weighed down. His thoughts will feel clearer. The constant pull toward wrong influences will weaken. The confusion will lift little by little, and in its place will come moments of deep clarity. There will be days when he suddenly remembers what life felt like when he was younger, when he was still in touch with his purest dreams, before the world tried to redefine him. That memory will stir something inside him, a longing for truth, for peace, for God. It will grow quietly, like a seed underground, until it breaks through the surface. And when it does, it will be unstoppable. The woman who tried to write herself into his story will see her plans unravel completely. One by one, the tools she used to manipulate him will fail. The charm she relied on will no longer work. The influence she held will dissolve. The alliances she built will crumble. And even the people who once supported her will begin to distance themselves because the truth will have a way of coming out. It may come through a conversation you didn't expect, or through something she herself slips up and says, or even through the discovery of proof that can't be denied. But when it comes, it will be clear to everyone that her mask has fallen. When that moment happens, you will not need to speak against her. God will speak for you. He will defend your son in ways you could never plan yourself. And your role will not be to fight her, but to focus on your son's healing. Because once the wrong influence is gone, there will still be a season of rebuilding. His trust will need to be restored. His identity will need to be strengthened. And that's where you will come in, not as someone who forces him into shape, but as someone who walks beside him as God shapes him from the inside out. There will be moments where he resists your love, not because he doesn't want it, but because he doesn't know how to accept it without feeling guilt or shame. In those moments, speak to him in the same steady, calm way you speak to God in prayer. Let your words remind him that no mistake is big enough to erase love. Let your actions prove that home is still the safest place he has. Every time you choose patience over frustration, grace over anger, you are helping him see the heart of God through you. As the months pass, the changes will stack like bricks in a wall of restoration. First it will be small, he will open up about a detail of his day. Then he'll share a worry. Then a fear. Then a dream. And eventually, he will start to ask for your opinion again, your prayers again, your guidance again. It will be like watching a closed flower bloom in slow motion, one petal at a time, until suddenly, one day, it's fully open and you can see all the beauty that was hidden inside. That beauty was never gone, it was only waiting for the right time and the right conditions to show itself again. God is not only restoring your son's heart, he's also restoring his purpose. There are gifts inside him that have been buried under discouragement and wrong influence. Creativity, compassion, leadership, wisdom, they are still there. And when God brings them back to the surface, they will be stronger because they have been tested. Your son will not only survive this season, he will come out of it with a testimony that will help others find their way back too. His life will become a light for those who are still in the darkness he once walked through. And your faith will be a living witness to what God can do when someone refuses to stop praying. You will find yourself speaking encouragement to others in similar battles, telling them, "I've seen God turn it around. I've seen him do the impossible." And when you say it, you will mean it with your whole heart because you will have lived it. You will know what it feels like to stand in the storm and still see the sun rise on the other side. One day, there will be a moment when you and your son are sitting together, maybe at the kitchen table, maybe on a porch, maybe in a place that holds memories for both of you. And he will tell you things he never told you before. He will tell you about nights he felt alone but somehow made it through. He will tell you about temptations he almost gave in to but felt a pull to walk away. He will tell you about moments when he didn't understand why, but he felt like someone was praying for him, and you will smile because you will know exactly why. And in that moment, you will see in his eyes the boy you raised, but you will also see the man God has been forming all along. The journey won't erase the pain you felt, but it will transform it. What once brought tears of sadness will bring tears of gratitude. What once felt like a season of loss will become a story of gain. And you will find yourself thanking God, not just for bringing your son back, but for the way he brought you both closer to him in the process. You will understand why it had to be this way, because the strength, the faith, the depth of love you now carry could only have been forged in a battle like this. So hold on. Keep your prayers alive. Keep speaking life over your son, even when your eyes don't see the change yet. Every word of blessing you speak is like water on the seed God is growing in him. And trust this, there is not a single prayer you've prayed that has been ignored. Not one tear you've shed has been wasted. Heaven has recorded them all, and now heaven is moving. Your son's story is not ending here. The pen is still in God's hand. The chapters ahead are already full of redemption, joy, and purpose. And one day soon, you will stand in the middle of what you once only hoped for and you will say, "This is what I prayed for. This is what I believed for. This is what God promised." and you will know that every moment of waiting was worth it. This is the close of the battle and the beginning of the victory. Let your heart rest in that truth. Let your home be filled with worship and your words be filled with faith. The future is not something to fear, it is something to look forward to. Because the God who started this work is faithful to finish it. Your sun will rise. Your family will stand. And your legacy will be one of unshakable love and unbreakable faith. The story is not over, it is only getting better from here.